What's up, legends? Today I want to share what I believe may be the most undervalued Pokemon cards of 2024. As you can see, this is a little bit of a different setup for this video, but I actually wanted to start a little bit of a new series where I actually give you some tips on how to collect Pokemon cards on a budget. Because I recently did a poll in the community tab, and you guys expressed that your biggest challenge within the Pokemon card hobby is collecting on a limited budget. And I definitely can relate to that. I've been on a budget ever since getting back into the hobby, and it's grown a little bit over time, but still I've had to be thrifty and find ways to get Pokemon cards on my limited budget and work within that. So I really hope you find these budget collecting tips helpful, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss more videos like this in the future. Now, to collect Pokemon cards on a budget, there's a few different ways you could go about it. One is just finding good deals out there, maybe on eBay or other auction websites are a great way to do that. In fact, the way that I actually find a lot of great deals is on the app Whatnot. Now, if you guys haven't heard of that yet, it's basically the app featuring live streamed auctions, and you can often bid on Pokemon cards and get some great deals. But make sure you use my link in the description below to get your $15 credit towards Whatnot. So that's one way, is finding good deals out there, but another way is actually identifying cards that may be currently undervalued that could potentially go up in the future. In this hobby, it's very easy to go after the latest and greatest thing, or whatever is popping off in price at the moment, because that's where the most attention is. But really, if you think about it, that's the worst time to buy into some of these cards, is when all the attention is on those cards. What you want to be thinking about is, what are the cards that don't have much attention right now, that seem to have good fundamentals? They're great Pokemon, they're great looking cards. What are these cards that could potentially go up in the future that I can actually get at a decent deal right now? So for that reason, I'm going to be sharing several cards that I think are underrated and undervalued. And so of course this can help you in your budget collecting, but also if you consider yourself a Pokemon card investor, these tips might be helpful for you as well. Now, I don't consider any of this investment advice. These are all just my opinions. But if you're someone like me who also likes to speculate on some Pokemon cards, then I think you may enjoy this video as well. Now, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to it, but as recent as this week, many of the Sword and Shield alt arts have just gone on a tear lately and seen huge jumps in price. One of those in particular, you may know about this one, the Umbreon V. Honestly, it's probably been underrated and undervalued for the longest time, but PokeRev recently mentioned that he really likes this card. I think he might even like it more than the Umbreon himself. And so with that, it did cause the price to spike, and we can look at that real fast. So yeah, this card, sat way below 100 for quite a long time. Let's see, yeah, 88, 90. I think I even got mine when it was maybe like 60 or 70. But anyway, guys, you can see things have changed quite a lot for this card. And it's not just this card, we have some other ones as well. I was looking at the Dragonite V, which is one of my favorite alt arts for sure. This one has also seen drastic jumps in price. Of course, both of these are Evolving Skies alt arts. But these are just two examples. I believe there are some other ones that have seen some big jumps like this as well. Now, we've already mentioned one of the reasons why the Umbreon V card in particular has gone up. But like I said, we've seen some other cards like that go up as well. I'm not 100% sure the reason for this. One reason could be that a lot of the Sword and Shield booster boxes, especially the latter ones that contain the alt arts, have really gone up recently. If we look at one of the later ones, even Lost Origin. Let's see if I can look up a booster box real fast. There it is. Okay. So yeah, this one's seeing quite a bit of gains. It sat at the 140 mark for a long time. Now it looks like it's around 175 the market price here on TCG Player. And of course, I'm sure you already know that Evolving Skies is going for crazy prices. So that could be part of the reason. Now, just because the booster boxes go up in price doesn't necessarily mean that the cards inside will go up in price. That they don't always correlate, but that could be a reason. And I know some people may even want to point to market manipulation as a reason. Now, I personally think the demand for some of these are completely legit and organic. Again, cards like this I feel like deserve to be a much higher price than they were. But anyway, regardless of the reason, obviously now would not be the best time to pick up alt arts like this, because again, you might be actually purchasing at the top of the market. Now, of course, they could continue to go up. We don't know for sure. But what I want to look at is what are some cards that may have similar fundamentals to these alt art cards that may be underappreciated at this time, and for that reason, they may be a little cheaper than they may be in the future. Now, at the very end of the Sun and Moon era, we actually had this little set come out. It's very popular right now, called Cosmic Eclipse. Now, it had some cool things going for it. Of course, the tag teams, which have been very popular recently. But it also had this cool subset. It's actually the secret rares of the set. And these were basically character rares. So they basically included not only the Pokemon, but the trainer along with it. So a little trainer gallery, if you will, was included in this set. So very cool, some very cool cards in it. Not super expensive, still not super expensive to this day. They were just kind of more or less common versions of these cards. You can see they just have the yellow background, but super cool arts, really popular as well. So they kind of just briefly introduced this, and then of course we had the start of the Sword and Shield era, and they were kind of gone for a long time, but they actually reintroduced these back into the Sword and Shield era with one major difference. So if we go, actually the first one that they started with was this set Brilliant Stars, and they included what's called the Trainer Gallery, and of course they're called character rares in Japanese. You can kind of use them interchangeably. Now this set and all the sets to follow in the Sword and Shield era had this Trainer Gallery, so they contain these holo cards which contain the trainer and the Pokemon, just like they did in Cosmic Eclipse. But there was one major difference that they included here, which was actual textured cards featuring V and V Max Pokemon. And guys, I personally think these V and V Max Trainer Gallery cards may be super undervalued right now. And I wanted to show you guys several of these just because they're so beautiful. If you guys haven't seen these yet in person, if you're new to the hobby, maybe you haven't. If you've been around for a while, of course you have. But you know that these kind of have, I wouldn't say they've fallen out of favor, but they've almost fallen out of memory in a way. We're now in the Scarlet and Violet era, and I feel like these are almost forgotten, and they're definitely overshadowed by the alt arts, which are extremely popular, as we've talked about. Now, there was a reason I actually wanted to pull out the Umbreon V card just so I can show you kind of the difference between these two. And quite honestly, they are super similar. Now, of course, the V Max alt arts, they actually contain a lot of extra sparkle, and their texturing is just really quite unique. But between the V, which just kind of has almost this, like, I would almost kind of consider it like a fingerprint sort of texture. It's really, really cool. It's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you can kind of see it a little bit on there. But these Trainer Gallery Vs and VMAXs actually had a very similar texture to the Vs. And so I kind of just wanted to make the point that the fact that these are becoming very popular, even though they're not the ultra textured VMAX cards, I think it shows that people are interested in cards like this. Obviously, we've known it. There's a lot of alt arts that are just the V card, like the Dragonite we saw earlier. But guys, even the fact that we have an Umbreon in the Trainer Gallery, to me, I just feel like makes this undervalued. You'll see the values of these currently on screen and kind of what they're going for on the secondary market, but I just kind of want to keep showing these off so you can see what all is available. These are just some of the ones I've picked up so far and some of my favorite ones. This Umbreon VMAX, again, I know it's no Moonbreon, but can you tell me that this is worth what what this price is here on screen? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was like $25 right now. So it features Karen and the Dynamax Umbreon. Super cool card. Again, just wanted to show it off in all its glory, show you all the texturing on there. Here's another really cool one, Zacian V. Maybe not the most popular Pokemon of all time, but I just love this this artwork. I feel like it's really tasteful. So again, that's the thing. I feel like these have everything that the alt arts have as far as the artwork and the texturing on them. Now, I do know that these ones are a little bit easier to pull compared to even the V alt arts, like for instance from Evolving Skies. If I'm not mistaken, I believe The alt arts like this Umbreon, you're going to probably pull one of these in 1 out of every 3 booster boxes on average, whereas these ones you'll usually get at least 1 in every booster box. Not every single booster box, but I believe that is what people have seen. So this is a really cool one and a really popular one of the more valuable ones, but still, I don't know, this price just seems a little low to me. The fact that it features Misty, one of the original waifus, and of course Starmie just chilling in the pool. I really actually have come to like Blaziken, and actually kind of through the alt art version, but there are some trainer gallery versions of this as well. So this one's really cool. I think that might be May as the trainer, doing an upside down kick there. And actually, even more than that one, I love the VMAX version. This art is just really tasteful in my opinion. Yeah, so good. Here's another 2 here featuring Urshifu. I know not the most popular Pokemon, but honestly, these trainer gallery ones, I felt like they had even better art than the alternate art versions that came out in, what was it? Battle Styles, I believe. Now guys, again, in the end, it's all my speculation, it's all my opinion, but I just feel like these cards have some great fundamentals to them. I feel like they look beautiful. People have been loving the alt arts and just the extensive artwork that has gone into these modern cards. Like I said, based on the pull rates, the supply of these may be a good bit more than the alt arts. However, there also are more of these in the set than most of the sets that contain alt arts. But in the end, we'll have to see what happens, because if the demand for these trainer gallery cards ends up exceeding what is out there on the secondary market, then we will eventually see these prices go up, especially on ones like this featuring one of the most popular Pokemon of all time, the mascot Pikachu. And I love that it features Red, the original trainer from Red and Blue. I love this one, but even more than this one, I love this Pikachu VMAX. I picked this up just the other day actually. Honestly, I think this is a much better VMAX even than the Rainbow Pikachu VMAX. That could be a hot take, I'm not sure, but anyway guys, I just wanted to show off some of the cards just in all their glory, because sometimes showing the screenshots doesn't do them justice. But I also did want to briefly show off some of the other ones that you can get, so we can go straight to the Brilliant Stars trainer gallery. Again, there's some amazing just regular trainer gallery cards here, but we'll be looking mostly at the V's. So let's look at this Bolton V right here. If we look at the pricing, this usually is not accurate, but we can actually use this to get straight to TCG Player. Yeah, so again, you've seen some of the prices of the ones that I've shown you, but some of them are as low as $3 or $4. What else we have here? Of course, Sylveon is another very popular one. I still need to pick this one up myself. Let's see how much this one's going for right now. About $14. And the VMAX as well, probably a little bit more, I would guess. Yeah, $17, not a whole lot more. That one definitely seems like a steal. I might need to pick that one up very soon. Again, for many of you, I know you've seen these. I know you've been through this era, so you've seen these before, but I just want to remind you of what all is out there. You know, you got the Mimikyu VMAX. Let's check on the pricing for this one real fast. And only 12 bucks for that one. Got some more of the Urshifus. We saw these ones already. Yep, we got those. Let's go on to the next one, which was from Astral Radiance, which is another booster box which has actually appreciated in value just recently. Let's take a look at this. So this is where we have the Starmie V, but also, you know, again, it's not the most popular Pokemon, but arts like this make me want to collect Ice Rider Calyrex and Shadow Rider Calyrex. I think these are really cool. But yeah, you got the legendary birds, the Galarian birds in here. These ones are amazing. There's the Shadow Rider. I guess we'll show just a few prices real quick. So for this one, the Articuno. Dang, only $4, almost $5 for that. The Zapdos and the Moltres are usually a little bit more. Wow, only $375. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. You know, you could maybe argue that ones like the Pikachu VMAX maybe are accurately priced right now, but stuff like this, like getting one of the legendary birds, whoops, can't get it to come up here. Looks like I'll have to type that one in manually. Let's see what this one's at. Oh, there it is. So yeah, $6 for this one. I don't know, that seems pretty crazy to me. What else we got here? Showed that Zamazenta, Garchomp, that's a really cool one. We also have another one in Lost Origin. Again, some great regular ones, but got some not so great ones. But you know, Orbeetle V, Centiskorch. This is where you have the Pikachus and Namorous, Gallade. I like the Crobat. I know I showed you guys that one. These Eternatus ones are pretty sweet. This one especially, I will say I do really like this art a lot, and this is actually an Arita artwork. And then the last set that we've seen it in was in Silver Tempest. I think this was maybe one of the weaker trainer galleries in my opinion, but there are still some cool ones. Of course, this is where we got the Blaziken, I think is one of the best ones in this one. And yeah, Corviknight. Oh, we got the Rayquaza. So that's actually probably the most popular one from this trainer gallery. I'll have to look that one up real fast. Obviously the alt art, super popular, and that one also has been going up again. Another, man, that's crazy. From $245, now it's $333. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's going on with these, but I think I just kind of wonder if people are just realizing like, okay, these are not going down, I might as well buy it while I can. And you know, when a bunch of people start to buy, that's kind of when the price starts to go up because the supply starts to get diminished. So here we got the Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest, currently for $32. Alright, we also got the Duraludon VMAX and the Blissey V. I actually really like this one. I think this one might even be better than the alt art. So yeah, guys, if you're looking to collect Pokemon cards on a budget, you could go after all of the trainer gallery cards, especially these V and VMAX versions. Now, if you were to do that, it would end up costing you $382 approximately to pick up all of these cards. Now, even as a budget collector, that may still seem like a lot, but if you think about this, let's say you tried to collect these over the course of 6 months. What did we say, $382 approximately? That comes out to $63 a month. So I feel like that's very doable. If that's all you guys have, if all you guys have is about $60, I feel like you could go after this set and complete it in that amount of time. This is one of those sets that looks really good in a binder. In fact, I wanted to show you what it could potentially look like right here. But anyway, guys, I really am a big fan of these trainer gallery cards, and as you can see, I've been picking them up myself. I'll continue to pick up the few that I still want. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you guys think these cards are undervalued? Maybe you think they're properly valued. Let me know if there's anything I shared that you agree with or disagree with. Let me know if you'll plan to pick up these cards yourself in the future. But most of all, guys, let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and I think you may want to check out one of these videos here on screen next. Lastly, I want to let you know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. God is with you and He loves you, and we do too. I'll catch you guys next time.